Hey, this is Michael from the Acrefy team, and we just wanted to create this video as we're going to be sharing this resource, which is a pricing strategy worksheet. We use this anytime we close on an acquisition and we're getting ready to price and list our property. This allows us to set the pricing for the next 6 months. We can basically set all of our pricing and terms so that our team knows as they work through price reductions exactly what to do. So that being said, once we fill out this pricing strategy worksheet, then we have all the information populated into this financing merge tab so that we can just copy that directly into our admin base or Airtable base. So that will show up correctly in these fields here on your pricing for each property without you having to manually type this in and make sure the formatting is correct each time. So huge time saver. Let's dive in initially with this pricing strategy worksheet so you understand how this works. Basically, you're going to enter in your property ID or product ID, the date that this pricing strategy worksheet was created, the initials or name of the person who created it. We always have somebody go in and QC what they've created to make sure that everything is accurate. We just want to be super diligent about making sure that we've got the pricing correct and all of these terms correct. Most of it is automatic as it will feed over from our VLOOKUP formulas, but we want to make sure there were just no typos or errors when they were entering in the manual entry fields. So they'll put in the date that they QC it in their name so that you can reference that. Then we have our one-time fees. So we have a processing fee, doc fee, whatever you refer to it as. You can change this here and it'll update everywhere in the rest of the worksheet here. So if I change that to $199, then that's going to update my total due today. That adds that in with my down payment so that that calculates correctly. Then you're going to update what the monthly property taxes are for that specific property, if there are any monthly HOA dues, and if you charge a monthly note service fee, you'll enter that in here. Then you're going to put in what your total acquisition cost was for the property so that we can help you calculate what the multiple on the sale would be. And then you're going to enter in your current market value. Now, you'll notice over here we have a small table, and what we do, you can change this whatever you'd like to do, but we will set our market value as what we think that actual market value is today. And then if we're going to sell that with financing, easy financing, we're actually going to mark it up by 20%. Then we offer a middle tier, which is, we refer to it as a super saver financing option. We mark that up 12%. And then if we're going to sell it cash, then we put that at 100%. Now, from an optics standpoint, it looks like this property has a list price of $12,000 and a $2,000 discount if you pay cash. So that's part of the reason why we market it that way. You can adjust any of these here, and it, again, will update your list price in that appropriate cell. So as you enter this in, it'll automatically calculate what the pricing will be based off of the percentages over here. Then you can update this whether or not you want to sell it on terms, what your lower limit of a term sale would be, or a lower limit of a cash sale would be. Those are just internal reference fields that we use. And then lastly down here, this is your key. It's just showing you that anything that's in green here, this light green color, is going to be manual entry. Anything that's in this other brownish color here is going to be do not edit those fields at all. Those are going to be automatically calculated based on the formulas that we built in here. And then yellow, we just highlight this for review. So you're obviously going to want to be able to change your interest rate based on the financing option. Our super saver option, what we do is we do a little bit of a discount on the price, so an 8% discount from the financing, but we do require a higher down payment and higher monthly payments, so it is a shorter term loan. So the idea is we give them a discount to pay it off sooner versus the easy financing option. And then again, the cash is the biggest discount if they're just paying in full right away. So once you have entered these fields in, the table here is going to reference this VLOOKUP table that we've created. And you're going to want to go through here and edit this appropriately for what works for your business. So what this is saying is that in the easy financing down payment section, there is a low end and a high end. And it's saying if the down payment is somewhere between if the price is somewhere between $1 and $500, we're only going to require a $49 down payment. Now, if the price is between $10,500 and $11,500, that's going to be a $349 down payment. So as we go back here to the table, we're on the easy financing. That's a $12,000 or $11,999 price. So it's going to look at what is the down payment going to be required to fill in this field. It'll go to this VLOOKUP. So we're looking for something between the $11,000 and $12,000 price range, and you're going to see it referenced this $349. So if I say, you know what, I think that's too high for my business, I really want to be at $149, I update that cell, and you're going to notice that updated right here what that easy financing down payment would be, and it automatically adjusts all the calculations for what the note amount is, the interest, the principal and interest, total monthly payment, etc. So make sure you spend some time going through this table here to make sure that you've got the down payment in alignment with what you want to charge based on the price band. Same thing if you're offering a super saver financing, this is the down payment related to the sale price band. What is your down payment going to be? And then the term. So term for both easy financing and super savers. If you really, for us in our business, if it's a lower priced property, we would like people to pay it off quickly. We don't want these lower priced properties to go extended out over 5 or 6 years. So we ask that people are paying it off within 12 months. It still keeps the payments relatively low, but that's just our threshold. Now you can adjust all of these numbers here again, and then that will ripple through and update all of the formulas on the previous page. So just take a look at all of these and make sure you get comfortable with how you've set the term that you want to charge based on each price band. The term of the loan that's going to be, or the term of the note, right? So same thing on the super saver. If we've got this property here, it's priced between 11 and 12,000, 11.5 and 12.5. It'll be on an 18-month term for the super saver. So I go here, I'm going to see that 18-month term shows up here. Also on the easy financing option, the 11.5, 12.5, that's going to be a 72-month term. So I'm going to look here, and that has already populated there. So again, if I update any of these, let's say that's too long of a term, I want to shorten that up, it's going to automatically update over here, and then it's going to recalculate everything for you. So that's how the VLOOKUP table works. That's how the pricing strategy tab works. The last piece of magic here is going to be in this financing merge tab here. So we've got all of these fields are set. You should not edit any of these fields unless you want to change some of the language that's going to be displayed on the site. So the idea here is that as you get into your Airtable base and you go into a property, you get down to your pricing section. So here we've got our cash purchase price. I'm going to be able to literally just copy and paste directly into that cell. As I update it, it'll automatically update on your website. So instead of having to format everything that I want to see here, I can just copy and paste directly into Airtable. Now, the one thing, very, very important, please remember, if you're copy and pasting these description fields, either for the financing or the total monthly payment breakdown, when you copy and paste, it's going to be in quotes. You need to make sure you delete those quotes so that it shows up correctly. And it should be as easy as you just kind of go left to right through your sheet, follow down the fields of information that need to be pasted in there, and everything will update automatically on your site. No more manually entering in all these fields individually, and it really helps streamline the process of entering this information in. So Hope that this is helpful. Again, feel free to use this or not. It's totally up to you. This is just a resource that we use internally with our team, and it is really helpful in saving some time and getting the pricing set and in getting all of that information entered into either your Airtable base or your admin base. The last thing that I do want to reference here, we do have in the pricing strategy worksheet, you have, we set our initial pricing at day 0. We keep a property listed at that price for 60 days, and then our team will come in and they'll do the first price reduction. And all of that information shows up here in these corresponding columns so that they don't have to come back and ask us, hey, what should we do as far as making a price adjustment? It's relatively automatic. Now, you can set your price adjustments on whatever schedule you want. If you think you should be adjusting pricing every 45 days or 30 days, you can do that. Or you can just say, you know what, it's been 15 days. I want to get more aggressive. Go in and do the next scheduled price reduction for your team. You can do that. So again, this is just how we've set it up internally. You can change those parameters that work best for your business. But let us know if you have any questions, and good luck.